Now I'm super excited to introduce the Discovering Your Niche in Real Estate session of our webinar series today. We're going to be starting by talking with Angela Wood. Angela Wood has spent most of her days within real estate, focusing on sales and marketing, motivating, coaching, and training sales associates with varying levels of sales and marketing experience. She helps all associates and clients reach their full potential by increasing the overall productivity of the companies and clients that she's had the pleasure of working with. She's a leader in our new home segment with Keller Williams. I'll welcome on board Angela Wood.
Thank you so much. Can everybody hear me okay?
You're great. Thank you so much. So Angela, new homes has been a big topic of conversation over the past couple of years as inventory has been low. And ultimately, can you tell us about your role within the new home segment and how this has helped propel your business forward?
Sure, I'd love to. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. This is an untapped market that has been kind of secret for a lot of years. It's kind of, if you're not in it, you're just not in it. It's kind of like the VIP list, right? So this is something that we now have organized as a company across Canada and across the world. Quite frankly, we're growing globally in new homes. For Canada specifically, there is over 300,000 homes, new homes sold every single year, and somebody is selling them, getting paid commissions on them. So we are the first to organize and put a segment together, kind of like our luxury division, our commercial division, our land division. And we're so excited about this one because this is built-in inventory, right? That there's out there already that people we're looking for inventory. We have a lot of new homes inventory. So it's kind of like a secret market.
Thank you for sharing that. Now, can you tell me in your experience, how do you establish relationships with builders, developers? How does somebody tap into this niche?
It's so great. It's just like our last panelist said, it is lead generation, right? Talking to a lot of people. Even in this room already, we have people that know developers. Maybe they went to school with them. We all grow through this business. Me, myself, in the 20 years I've been here, I've seen a lot of agents grow and what we're growing into. And we have a new saying around here, which is called buy dirt. So there's a lot of people that are sitting on dirt too. So want to know what to do with it, bring us the dirt. We'll figure out what the highest, best value is. Just like our sellers, with regular resale, how do we lead generate for sellers? It's the same thing. Builders and developers are one big seller listing. If that helps at all, right? Lead generation, it comes, the same way. And the biggest thing with builders and developers, bring them buyers. They want buyers, right? So if you have a whole list of that are good, solid buyers that understand the process. So education, it always comes back to education too. We can educate the buyers. We bring the builders and developers buyers, for 300 units and you sell 100 of them to your clients, the builder kind of pays attention.
Oh yeah, they'll definitely be open eyes, ready to work with you. Now, can you walk us through the life cycle of a pre-construction transaction for those that are on the call listening? What are the differences between a regular resale versus a pre-construction transaction?
Well, it's really interesting, and it depends, Anna, on where you are. So it depends on where you are in the world. It depends on where you are in the region even. It even depends if you're selling condominiums or you're selling detached homes. So it just depends. It really depends about the financing, quite frankly. It's up to the developers to have the money to be able to build whatever it is that they're selling on that land. So for us in Toronto, it may take us anywhere from signing early documents at a friends and family event, opening of sales, kind of like our softest opening, all the way to construction and finish to get the keys. It could be 4 years, it could be 5 years. If anybody's in Toronto that's on this call, the L Tower, which ended up being a I Tower in Toronto, it took us 12 years to close on that. So at all stages of it, there's different intervals of payment, and there's different intervals of great wonderful celebrations with your clients as well during the process. So it depends on what it is. The process can be lengthy, but always know pre-construction is delayed. It's always delayed. And if we already know that, let's put some contingencies in place to make sure we're prepared for that. So that's just my caveat on that and the process. And we would teach you that, and finding out what every developer's process is a little different. So finding out what it is and asking those questions.
Thank you for sharing. I think that's a great perspective. Again, coming back to your point, it depends. So you have to be aware, be educating yourself, and constantly getting into those conversations if you're looking to tap into that market. Now, can you tell me a little bit? I know you're involved in the leadership from the KW New Homes perspective. What does that segment entail? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure, I can. It's so exciting. I am very proud to be the territory leader for KW New Homes Canada. So we are expanding and growing across Canada. You're going to hear that a lot on these mastermind and on these calls, anything with our company, because that's what we do. We talk about expansion. So this is a wonderful way for teams to expand as well as solo agents. I think even brand new agents. I have some new agents that just joined us. They're not even agents yet. They are just learning the process. They are working with the developers. But they've never been licensed, and they're really, really good salespeople. So now we're taking them through the process. They're going into the Keller Williams system, and they are getting licensed, right, and going through the process, and they'll be a part of our team in another part of the country. So I think it's a great way also for teams to add this. It's not resale versus new homes. It's including, right? So it's just kind of like adding a new segment as well. And we're going to get into a lot of land and commercial crossover as well. So there's always, and I think a great opportunity we talk about too is wealth building for land development. We have a great opportunity, long-term future goals for that as well.
Yeah, I think Canadian real estate landscape is, if not the best, some of the best opportunities out there. And it's limited, like you said earlier, by dirt, because there's not enough of it, right?
Yeah, it's totally unlimited and it's untapped, and we've never done this before. No company that I am aware of has organized new homes. So yeah, it's exciting.
Angela, tell me in your perspective why somebody should look at niching or entering the pre-construction or new home segment to supplement their business as an added value for themselves and for their clients.
Listen to me. This is as a business coach, and I've been in real estate 20 years, but I have been coaching the sales and marketing for over 3 decades, for like 30 years. So in my early 20s, and finding your niche and getting so darn good at it that no one can touch you. It's like the smaller your niche is, the better off you are, because then you can be everything you're supposed to be. You are the expert in that area. And once you get really, really good at it, there's no one can touch you. You have no competition, and you just have to be that little bit better than the last person. And we learn from everybody that comes before us, right? So it's like anything in our industry shift. We were talking about that. The industry shifts really quickly and really fast. I've been doing this for 15 plus years. And originally, I'll tell you this, guys, VIP was originally volume investment pricing. Little different than where we are now, right, with the VIP and the platinum realtors. So that's kind of why we got first access, is because we had the purchasers and we had the volume. If there was a 300 unit building and we had 300 purchasers and we could sell them all in one sitting, then great. Hopefully that answered. I get a little sidetracked sometimes. I get excited, Anna.
No, this is great. I mean, when I think of pre-construction, and a lot of the pre-construction teams that I do know that focus solely on new homes, they have massive databases, and that's really the place to start, is just get to know a lot of people, put a lot of people in that database. Can you tell me a little bit about your experience? Like, how can you start building your database if you're looking to focus on pre-construction?
That's it. I think that you, just like farming in your own area that we talk about for resale, find a neighborhood or a development that you really love, that you can talk to, that you can get some experience with. First thing I would say is get the course under your belt so that you can become certified and you can work with Keller Williams directly for new homes. That would be the first thing that I would suggest, get the education done. But besides that, today, what you can do is you can start to look for those new developments. And in everybody's area where we are working in, there is new developments going on. Google search is pretty much the quickest, easiest way to find what's going on in your area and get to know those developers. Go in and talk to them, bring the agents that are working on site a coffee, or find out what they want for lunch, or just go in and same thing, regular relationships, and meet the developers. The other thing is once you have that information, that's the listing that you're going to advertise, right? So once you get that, there's only 300 units, let's say, or even 10 units to sell, but you may get 5,000 people that are interested. And then the same thing, we put those people in our database, just like we're taught with the MREA. we cultivate that database over time, and that's how we build that part of our business.
Thank you. Very valuable. And I think it comes back to a lot of points that we're going to chat about today. Now, I know we had one question in the chat that I wanted to bring up. How can people get involved with KW New Homes? How can they get into that specific program? And what is some of the value that is provided?
I'm excited about this too. We have an entire certification program. The first one is the Builder Developer Realtor Education course, BDRE, and that is through KW Marketplace. Sign up with your KW email. That's the easiest way, so that we don't have, because it's exclusive, right? So if you can talk to your market center leaders. They will be able to get you into that and figure out how to take that course. The first course is you'll become a KW New Home Specialist. And that is representing buyers for new homes. So when we get those leads, you're going to get those leads as well. We're going to teach you how to lead generate for those leads for new homes. Because just like the last panelists were talking about, Haley said education. We are educators, right? We educate our clients on how to purchase new homes. And that's why when a builder, or I call a builder and I say, hey, I have 100 clients, they're solid. Builder says, okay, Angela Wood has 100 clients. These are not 5 clients and 95 who are going to rescind. There's 100 solid clients. So that's why builders would rather deal with 5 of us like that than 100 of us that have 1 client or 2 clients. Or does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I really appreciate it. I want to thank you so much for your time, Angela. It was valuable hearing from you, your perspective and your experience within new homes and all together within the real estate industry. I'm sure we're going to have some more questions at the end, so I'll ask you to stick around so that you can help us answer them.
Thank you so much. Thanks, everybody. Enjoy the rest.
Thank you. Great. So amazing perspectives. Finding a niche in real estate is definitely important. It's not something that you have to do initially, but it's something that you can discover as you learn, what you like to do, the type of people that you want to surround yourself with, and ultimately what's going to help you grow the fastest.